So since taking over in the front office, Brad Stevens traded Kemba Walker for Al Horford. He lost Daniel Theis, then he brought back Daniel Theis, signed Josh Richardson, and then flipped him for Derrick White. Little moves here and there with an asset cupboard that felt kind of bare. Like it felt like they went from having all the assets in the world to having, the same amount as other teams. So how would you evaluate how things have gone so far in year one of the shake up everything in the front office and coaching staff for the Celtics?
I think Brad's done a good job. I really do. I mean, when you couple his experience with his knowledge of, college guys and just the younger players that he's sort of targeted so far, I mean, I think he's done a good job of keeping the Celtics underneath the tax bracket. You don't want to get the tax apron rather. You don't want to go above that because, that's going to really limit you moving forward. And then at the same time, he's sort of like the way I've been saying this, especially with the Derrick White trade in particular, right? The trading 2 future firsts for a player like Derrick White. I feel like he's making up for what Danny did. And what I mean by that is that he sort of missed with a lot of these first round picks. Now, granted, they were late first rounders, but when you're in an organization that sort of had to trade its future a bit to bring in guys like Kyrie Irving, to bring in guys like Kemba Walker, all those, draft picks, and they start adding up. And I think that's exactly what happened. I mean, guys, this is like Danny was on like plan C before he left, right? I mean, the original plan was Isaiah and bring in someone like Gordon Hayward, or Isaiah, Horford, and Gordon Hayward. But of course, that's not what happened. Hayward went down. Kyrie sort of had to, carry the team a bit, and everything just sort of, it was a domino effect after that, right? To get someone like Kemba Walker, you had to put in an asset right there. But at the same time, if you're Danny Ainge, you try and keep your team competitive to continue from there. To go and try to salvage the season last year. He traded for Evan Fournier. That cost you another future first. So I think what Brad is doing right now is doing his absolute best to give this team players that can not only fit in with Ime's system, but also sort of have a future with the team, and at the same time, not getting locked into long-term contracts and sort of trying to clean up those, last couple of off seasons where things didn't go their way. And they sort of had to like make moves on the fly. Now, granted, Danny, again, like he also did a good job with the cards that he had. Yeah, his drafting was off a little bit, but when it mattered most, he drafted Jaylen Brown. When it mattered most, he drafted Jason Tatum, not Markelle Fultz. So it's just when you couple all those things together, this is what you get. And at the same time, the Celtics are still in a good spot because you still have 2 elite scorers in Tatum and Brown to build from. And they're also under contract for quite some time here while you try to figure this thing out.